Hello everyone, this is James Song here. Welcome to this video. We are covering speaking section of the TOEFL test. Speaking lesson today, covering question 3, as you can see on the screen. So let's get started. So we have question 3. In terms of the questions look, if you are first time looking at TOEFL speaking test, it's exactly same as question 2, right? So there is a reading passage provided for us, and we have 45 seconds to summarize this, and then the passage disappears forever. And then there is a listening passage that we have to summarize, and we have 30 seconds to prepare and give answer within 60 seconds. So that's the format. So format is exactly the same as the question 2. So we summarize reading passage, listening passage, and prepare and provide answer. Okay. Only difference is it's a lecture base. So reading passage is based on academic theory usually, and also the listening passage that we are going to listen to is a lecture-based listening passage rather than conversation. Okay, so let's cover this one by one and see how we go. Again, today I will not provide the real-time summary notes because I want to go through the reading passage step by step, sentence by sentence, and I want to be very thorough today in teaching you this question. So let's look at the reading passage first. Many popular, title is franchising. The question 3, just like question 2, but question 3 even more so, the title is very important because what we need to do when we give the answer is basically we need to define, we need to know what this theory or terminology means. That's all we need to do when we actually speak for 60 seconds later. Okay, that's all the information we need to speak from the reading passage. Okay, so we need to define, we need to know what this theory means. Franchising. I'm sure you're familiar with the franchising, you know, McDonald's, Burger King, their franchise business, right? Subway. Okay, let's go. Many popular and well-known business chains, such as fast food restaurant, use practice noun as franchising. How important do you think this sentence is? Very important? Not very important? Yeah, exactly. It's not very important because, as you can see, this is a background information. You can write it down, but realistically, when you only have 45 seconds, you are not going to write any of this down because we know this is background information. This sentence does not explain to us what franchising is or what franchising does or what does it mean by franchising, you know, which are all the same thing, but you know, first sentence doesn't give us that. Okay, so let's move on to second sentence. In franchising, okay, so when you are in franchise or franchising, someone who wants to open a store or restaurant, new business, that someone who wants to open a new restaurant pays an established company, well-recognized company. Why? For the right to use company's name and sell their products. So this is a definition of franchising, isn't it? Okay. Franchising means when someone who wants to open a store or restaurant pays established company for the right to use their name and sell their product. That's franchising, isn't it? Right? So this is the main idea sentence. So if you're really struggling with the time in reality when you do the TOEFL test, just make sure, paraphrase this a little bit, or even write this down word for word or note-taking fashion. And if you're able to say this sentence, exactly same meaning, of course, you can paraphrase a little bit, it's even better. Then that's all you need to do to cover the reading for points, for scoring, okay? But what I'm going to tell you is that even if you don't use it in your speaking answer, if you actually summarize or at least read and remember 2 points that is supporting main idea, then it's going to really help you, because usually pretty much over 90% of the time, the listening passage's main paragraph, body paragraph, will be based on this part of the reading passage. It will discuss regarding this part. So what I mean is, let's say franchise is when someone pays an established company to use their name and sell their products when you open a new restaurant or store, or when you open or when you start a new business. Okay, so this is a must. You must be able to accomplish this in 45 seconds to get the full score. And when you become really good, you should be able to write quick notes on the rest of the reading passage to help you when you listen to the listening passage, or at least even read it. Okay, so you have some kind of ideas where this question is going. Okay, all right, so we got this down. So franchising means when someone pays an established company. When you pay, franchising means you pay an established company to use their name and sell their product when you start your own business. So that's franchising. Or when you start a store or restaurant, whatever, okay? And let's read the rest of it, and I'll show you how closely it's related to what you need to understand in the listening passage and how much help you are going to get by understanding this part before you tackle the listening. Selling an established, in-demand product, so, popular product that is already selling well, and has immediate name recognition, Subway, McDonald's, the list goes on, right? Benefit the new business, so person who opened the new business, by reducing the risk that business will fail. Yeah, so even you read it, okay, so they selling popular products with good name, good company name, reduce the risk of failing the business going bankrupt. Okay, all right. So if you're able to write notes, probably I would write something like this. So reduce the risk of new business failing because sells popular products, right, with recognized name, brand, company name, whatever, okay? And the rest. In exchange, however, or on the other hand, in exchange, so, you can't get only the good things, right? So you get all that, but exchange, all right? The new business agrees to follow all of the standard practice of the company with the name it wants to use. So you cannot do whatever you want without following the company rules, right? So what you get, although you paid, because you paid, you can use the company's name and sell their product. So you are in franchise business, you open a McDonald's restaurant, you paid for it. So you get this benefit, okay? A very low chance of your business failing because you're selling Big Mac, you know, you're selling Macca's. Okay, but exchange, you or new business agree to follow all of the standard practice of the company with the name it wants to use. So you have to, you know, follow the rules, all the rules, everything they tell you to do of the established company, you know, the company you paid to use, right? So that would be the perfect note-taking for the reading section, okay? So this part you must get, okay? Main idea. You must be able to define what franchising means. And this part, it would be really great if you understood, even if you couldn't write it down because you didn't have enough time, or write it down or read it, okay? It will really help you because the listening's body paragraph, sorry, I'm saying the same thing twice, but I'm just emphasizing, please excuse me. It will help you a lot, you'll see, okay? Okay, breezing through, flying through. So next part, listening. So let's do it.
Now listen to part of a lecture on this topic in a business management class.
Okay, so we've been talking about starting a business. Let's say I want to open up a pizza restaurant. Well, I know how tough it is to make a new business succeed, and I want a sure thing. So I contact a big company that owns a chain of pizza places. Let's say it's called Pizza Town, and I pay for the rights to call my restaurant Pizza Town and to sell Pizza Town's special, one-of-a-kind pizza. Now, since everyone's heard of Pizza Town, it's really popular, I don't have to worry about whether people will want to eat my pizza or not. I already know this pizza will sell well because it's a known thing, and that means that there's a better chance my business will succeed. Now, in exchange for being able to call my restaurant Pizza Town, I have to agree to run the business the Pizza Town way, and Pizza Town trains me to do this. They show me how to do everything, how to make my pizzas taste like Pizza Town pizzas, how to advertise, even how to make my store look like a Pizza Town. Now, this means that I don't have a lot of freedom or choice in the way I run my business. But in a lot of ways, this is great for me. After all, Pizza Town's way generally works. They sell a lot of pizza.
Okay, so there you have it, right? Let's go through. So let's suppose Professor wants to open a new pizza restaurant and he knows it's hard to succeed. It's easy to fail, right? It's hard to run a successful business. So he contacts a big pizza restaurant company, big company called Pizza Town, and pay to use their name and sell their product. And he knows the product will sell very well because it's a very popular product. He has a good chance to succeed. So that's the first paragraph. However, he has to agree to run the business Pizza Town way. Pizza Town will train him on everything to do everything in Pizza Town way, right? You know, Pizza Town will train him on everything, okay? The taste of pizza, the look of the restaurant, and how to market the business, right? I don't think we have enough time to say this, okay? It's a summary. So what this means is that he doesn't have much freedom to run the business how he wants. However, he still thinks it's great because Pizza Town way generally works well. Okay, Pizza Town way can sell a lot of pizza. It's proven. Okay, so you can paraphrase this and say that in your answer. Okay, so how do we prepare for 30 seconds? Let's go. So we put reading passage and listening passage together, just like question 2. Question 3 also, if you look at the question, it pretty much asks you to summarize the listening passage, nothing more, right? Using the example given by the professor, which is the listening passage. So by using the listening passage, explain how franchising works, okay? So the first sentence, you could say, according to the reading passage, or you can omit that. You can just say franchising is or means, kick it in straight away. So we want to define what franchising is. So that's covering the reading passage's main idea. So reading passage is summarized. Great. And then we want to move on to the listening and summarize all of this. Okay. There are some templates you need to memorize. So in the reading passage, you don't have to say according to the reading passage, unlike question 2. Okay. First, we don't have a lot of time. Second, we are defining a term. So no template, just go straight in, right? Franchising means, okay, in franchising, okay, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Okay, but when you move on to the listening part, okay, you can say, in the lecture, professor explained how franchising works. You could say that. Or you could say, professor uses an example, the example to explain how franchising works. Okay, you could say that by looking. So this is the question prompt. And thankfully, when you are answering the question, this will be on your screen. So you can use this prompt, paraphrase it, make a full sentence, and make a transition sentence when you move on to the listening part. There are many templates I can, teach you. I will teach you. You could say something like, professor in the lecture uses his own example to elaborate this concept further, or elaborate the concept of franchising. You could say that, okay? So when you move on to the listening part, you must have one sentence to make a transition to the listening passage. You cannot say, professor wanted to open a pizza restaurant. A sentence after, franchising means you have to follow the rules. And you cannot say, the next sentence, professor wanted to open a pizza restaurant. No, you cannot say that, right? You need a bridging sentence. You need, professor in the lecture uses an example to explain how franchising works. Something like that, okay? And then you say, professor wanted to open a pizza restaurant and he knows it's hard to succeed. So he contacted a big company called Pizza Town to use their name and sell their product. And since the product is very popular, he thinks he has high chance of succeeding. Something like that, okay? As I said. Yeah, actually, I've already done this, but I'm just doing it one more for you, okay? Before I give my final answer, all right? However, on the other hand, he has to agree to run the business the Pizza Town way. The Pizza Town will train him on everything to do it Pizza Town way. So he doesn't have much freedom to run his business, but he still thinks it's good because Pizza Town way generally works. Okay, that would be the perfect answer. All right. So 30 seconds, just like question 2. We need to kind of cover the whole passage in words to you know, grow our confidence that we cover the whole contents. We prepared everything we need to get the perfect score. So 30 seconds, we do it something like this. Franchising means you pay to use established company's name and sell their product. Professor wanted to open a pizza restaurant, call the big company Pizza Town to use their name and sell their pizza because it's popular, but has to agree to run it Pizza Town's way, and they will train him to do everything. So no freedom, but still okay. He will sell a lot of pizza. Something like this, right? So because you can see the notes when you give the answer, okay? So we're doing a little bit unrealistically how, like, I pull up a script and you can see the final answer, but in reality, you need to see these notes, your reading notes and listening notes, all you can see, and you need to instantaneously come up with the full answer on the spot. So, you need to practice speaking a full sentence, sentence by sentence, and building up your answers from beginning to the end when you are actually practicing your own answers to have more realistic practice. Okay. So yeah, today, still early days, right? I wanted to give you a script and kind of give you the model answer rather than show you on the spot without a script. So here we go. So really, as I say always, focus on how my sentences relate to the note taking, because this is just a full sentence coming from the notes that I have taken. And as I said 3 times, sorry, I'm repeating myself today, because it's so important. Okay, at the end of the day, you are just looking at the notes to create sentences to answer the question and get the score. Okay, so answer should be something like this to get the full score. Franchising means you pay an established company for the right to use their name and sell their product when you open your store or restaurant. Professor in the lecture uses an example to explain how franchising works. Suppose professor wants to run a pizza restaurant. He knows it's very hard to succeed, so he contacts and pays the big pizza company called Pizza Town to sell their products and use their names. He knows Pizza Town's pizza is popular, so he has a better chance to succeed. However, he has to agree to run the restaurant in Pizza Town's way. He will be trained to do everything in Pizza Town's way. So he doesn't have much freedom to run his own business, but it is still good because Pizza Town way generally works very well. Something like this. Okay, it's quite rare. I have 5 seconds left. Like, I'm right at the dot, 1 second left or 60 seconds, because question 3 and 4, we don't have a lot of time, okay? Yeah, so if you give the perfect answer, and if you give like a similar length of the answer as what I have shown to you, probably, you have like 1 second left or right at 60 seconds. Okay, so there you have it. This is a model answer. And if you give something like this, you get the perfect score. So that's question 3. Well done, everyone. And, of course, thank you for watching this video. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate we have opportunity to study together. And I'll come back with the next video. And obviously, I hope you, come back and study question 4, last question of the speaking section. Thank you, guys. Have a great day.